nigga. If you buying that ticket, you can fuck it.
I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
Okay, world, we're back here. A couple people have the Wednesday flu today, so it's just three of us right now, and maybe somebody later or not. But this is what it is. How's everybody's Wednesday going?
Wednesday going okay?
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, what has been going on in the world? We missed last week, I believe. And today is we're gonna try to shoot for an hour. That's why it's called Summertime Quickies. So I don't know what's new in the world. I did have a random thought that is kind of weird. So I'm out here in the quote unquote possible job market. So I started getting online, looking up I see that a lot of jobs are not paying that money anymore. I truly feel like possibly the pandemic was a way for companies to reset the money. And they have a lot of people possibly working from home. And that's a reason for them to give less money. That's just my thought, what I've seen. Don't know how true it is, but I've been to a couple of sites and I just thought it was weird. Anybody have any thoughts of like
I
maybe
don't know.
problem? Oh, go ahead.
I feel a little different from that because I feel like since a lot of jobs are remote, there's less money that they're paying in space, so they are able to pay more.
So if you look for your job right now, the same job or very similar, you feel like the rate's higher than what you're getting?
I mean, I feel like it depends on a lot more than just that. Like it depends on if it, what type of company it is. I work for a nonprofit, or not for profit. So they tend to not pay as much, but there are departments in my company that do pay well. Also, our salaries are online, so we can see that they didn't drop. Like they're available online and they're available to us. So there's no question in our salaries. It's very open. I probably haven't looked at other places because I'm not looking for a job.
You're home. Oh.
So I don't know. I think that there's also a difference in like maybe the field that you're in. And not necessarily the field, but like again, it goes to who you work for. That pans out a little different. Then there are some places like I've seen before, even before the pandemic. But for instance, I have a friend who was like, sorry, I was trying to turn my volume down. A friend who left our company and took a higher paying job, but the benefits are less. So like those types of things, like they still consider that money they're investing into you. So sometimes they may take it from that. It's so many things that go into it.
Yeah. My homegirl, right? She got another job, right? And she said there's this dude that she worked with, because like they just online, you just play with the screen, right? She said, this dude got 3 jobs at one time, working all 3 jobs at one time. I said, this dude is crazy.
I have contemplated it.
Hey.
I have definitely been like, I just had a conversation with a friend about if I could take on another job, keep my job, and still go to school. Because I'm home and I'm not like, especially with the type of job that I have, I'm not constantly like working. It's not like I'm not doing this 24, the whole 8 hours. Like I have a little bit of freedom.
I feel you. I'm gonna need to get 3 jobs.
I mean, go ahead and do that so I can borrow something. This party that Mimi's having is not coming off cheap or easy.
I
So
mean, we throw like bar mitzvah in with birthday in with
Sweet
everything.
16, quinceañera, bat mitzvah.
Well, when you combine all three of those, it's a big difference.
The only elements of all of those is on the invitation in the name. That's it. Don't come in there looking for.
I'm expecting.
Huh?
I'm expecting a lot.
I have to hold on. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, she got the flu. That Wednesday flu. Pastor, what's going on with you?
Not much, man.
Oh, sorry about that.
I put in my
Did you have to
retirement.
sneeze?
Yeah.
I put in for my retirement
You put it for your
Oh,
retirement.
from the National Guard Army.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Oh, really? How long have you been in it?
22 years.
Oh, okay. Well, how old are you? You seem so young.
I'll be 40 on the 19th.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were in your, well, you are in your 30s right now, but I thought you was like, I don't know why I thought I was like 33 or something.
Oh, okay. Appreciate that.
Hold on real quick, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's another one. It's spreading. I'm telling y'all now, the last month of summer, I might catch the Wednesday flus. Besides that, any topics near and dear to your heart today? You want to do the pulpit call, the prayer call? Who you want to pray for?
Definitely praying for a couple of my members. One of my members is in the hospital right now. Had a perforated bowel, and they've just been in recovery from that. He wasn't eating the last time I went to visit, so definitely keep that member in prayer. Also, I had another member that may have had an aneurysm or whatever, but it wasn't a real big one; it was a small one, and she's recovering from that. Praise God that she didn't have to get surgery for that.
Okay. So Pastor takes prayer for praise.
Prayer for praise.
No, pay for praise. That's a new joke. Pay for praise.
Oh, you going to hell with that?
Why I gotta go to hell with that? It's nothing wrong with making a little extra money on the side. If you want your commercial paid, hit up 6. I will say you a little commercial for $10.
Anyway, I was trying to cut the comments on earlier, so I wasn't able to say how I've been doing. I think some of my team forgets that I have to do that and want me to talk right away. But so let me tell you how my weekend went. Saturday was our family day. So we went to Susquehanna Park. Let me tell, have y'all ever been there? I think everybody got lost. It's in like, I think it's, I don't know if it's at Aberdeen or like that Bel Air area, but everybody, almost everybody got lost trying to find it. I was afraid that either Michael Myers or a Klans member, it didn't really matter, was going to come out and get us as we were trying to find the park. But we had a really great time with my family. I encourage people to gather with their family for things outside of funerals, because weddings cost too much, so we don't really be inviting the whole family to weddings either. And then I wrapped up another court case yesterday. For those that don't know, I watch a lot of court TV. I had my third court case. This one only lasted 6 days. She killed her husband in what she says is self-defense, but she was found guilty. It was in Florida, and the thing that I found interesting was she had said her husband like tried to attack her or whatever, and that's why she killed him. And nobody seemed to sympathize with the domestic violence. Like, as I was watching, it was a lot of people who was like, well, why she ain't leave? Or why did she still have him around? Or why did she still try to let him see the baby? all these things that people do when they blame women for being abused. But I was like, in Florida, it was okay for George Zimmerman to be afraid and kill Trayvon Martin. But it wasn't okay for this woman. And we know I don't really be defending these people too much. But it was not okay for her to defend herself in that case. And it just I was telling my husband last night, it just reminds me of how much we seem to go against women when it comes to domestic violence and other things, such as running for president. What y'all think about that?
I don't like the negative attention candidate Kamala Harris has been getting. I will say that I felt like Biden was having slim chances of beating Trump, and now that Biden's dropping out and she's in, it seems like the chances are slimmer. Just because it just seems like it's a lot of people that's for Trump, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm hopeful. I really am hopeful.
Me too. Me too.
I think sometimes we hear I think Trump is nervous. I think he on the fence. Now I ain't saying I don't think he's gonna win. I strongly encourage people to register and get out and actually vote. Because I am like, I remember the first time he won, I was like, okay, guys, we're not gonna die. Like, I didn't know a whole pandemic was gonna come during his term. I was like, we're not gonna die. Like, just but I didn't like, there are a lot of things that we don't see how it affects us. Or some people don't care until it affects us. Like, I really, when they overturned Roe versus Wade, I did not realize like how many states had banned abortions. Now everybody want to go to Atlanta, and that's the new place for blacks. So it ain't need no more, but that's where all the blacks want to go. You can't get an abortion there. And I'm not saying I'm even I'm not saying I'm for abortions. I'm just not against them. I'm for women's rights. What was the other thing that they overturned? It's something else that can't come to my mind right now. But it was done because of the judges that Trump was able to put in place. So we don't see the importance of those things. But everybody is she doing this, she want everybody, she working too hard to show everybody she black. That's not what I care about. What I care about is Project 2025 and their goal with that. I don't want to keep it on the political thing, so I'm gonna let that go. But I'm tired of all the negative, because it's never anything that is of value that we would need when it comes to a president. It's just she put hot sauce on her food, so she try to show everybody that she black. I don't give a flying fuck what she put on her food. I don't care if she can cook collard greens. And the other thing is, a lot of the things that all of the candidates, it's not just Trump, but a lot of things that they have to say, and I'm not defending him in any way because I just watched him do an interview that was awful. But if we stop asking dumb questions, they can stop giving dumb answers. So some of that is on us. All right.
One thing I did say or whatever, and I said it in my churches as well. I try not to get political in that regard. But at the same time, I did say that regardless of who you vote for, whether you Republican, whether you Democrat, whether you for Biden, whether you for Trump, whether you for Kamala Harris, all the candidates should be safe and not have to worry about being shot at.
Yes, I do. But if that was real, I do believe that is awful. And that should not. I think it's awful that people are willing to do. I think people are very toxic. I'm not surprised by it because y'all know I be into like my horror movies and stuff. And it's not just horror movies, but people be real toxic when they don't like something and are always threatening to kill somebody. They want to dox people. and I just be, are you asleep? Oh, sorry. What I saw
No,
your
why
eyes
would I
go
be?
down for a second. Also, I thought, time out real quick. I thought we agreed not to sit in the camera like this.
Okay.
Cause somebody's sitting like that. I
Oh,
just
because my camera is a different place than my TV, and I watch you on my TV.
Is your
So
camera near the computer screen?
no, the camera is like over here.
You don't want to move it? Cause
No, I can't. I can't move it for whatever reason. But Merry Christmas.
Anyway.
Toya. He
No.
did have a little thing that happened that took place before we got on our thing. Please don't pick at him.
Oh
Please.
no, it don't matter. None of that really matters.
Please don't what?
Pick at him.
No, none of that matters.
You
Temple.
know.
Carry on.
I got on here and told you that you was wrong.
Right, I was cool with that.
So don't take strays for others.
All right, right. I got you.
But so that was the last thing on that. I do have something I saw I wanted to ask y'all your opinion on.
Oh.
We ain't rich, so sometimes I do hate when we compare ourselves to the wealthy. But I saw this post where T.I. said Tiny is not allowed to pay any bills no matter how much she makes. Do y'all agree or disagree?
I disagree, but I do want to answer on the last topic just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was because you was turned.
No, that's not why.
I thought you was. I honestly thought you was like, I'm not on the political shit today.
I disagree as well.
No, but what I want to say is,
hey, Randy.
About a podcast ago, I said that Trump he's been shot at. Somebody tried to take his life. He's moving differently than before, and I think that put a fear in him where some of the stuff that he was okay saying before or doing before, I think that he's not as okay with doing it. And I did hear the news actually like say, oh, he was messing up this and that, which might actually turn into some type of phobia. Like if I was on here talking shit, like for real, and then somebody met us at the studio and like was like, hey, you was talking da 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 da. After that, I would move differently too. So I feel like he might really get a phobia from it. Like his life was actually almost taken away for real. So it's not like fun and games anymore. So I think, and I do see it's weird because I see a lot. I seen a lot the first day. I seen a lot of support for Kamala Harris. And mind you, I ain't on no side. I'm just like
Kamala.
Oh, whatever, Miss Harris, whatever, however you want to call it. But anyway, I see
call
a
her
lot
by
of
her name. I think that's just as disrespectful.
Okay, well, call it what you want. As I said, please take the meat and
This is what I mean about how women are treated.
No, it's not about how women are treated. I mean, Barack, I don't know, whatever. But I mean, please take the meat and potatoes from the conversation, and like, I mean, that's just me, period. But I did see a lot of support for her in the beginning, but I do ultra see disrespect for her too. So I mean, it's anybody's game. She gonna have to work for it, and he gonna have to work for it too. I seen disrespect on his side too. So they just gonna have to go and say what they're gonna do. I think Project 25 is some BS, but I feel like he tried to announce that too. Like he's like, I ain't with that, but who knows?
Thank you, Randy. I don't think his rhetoric has changed. I literally just watched the interview that he did today, where he was still completely disrespectful, disregarding, still using the term black jobs. So I haven't seen a change at all. He justified why JD Vance considers women that don't have children cat ladies. And his reasoning for why they shouldn't get the same power of voting. So I don't really think his rhetoric has changed. I think the difference is his I don't want to say fan base because they're politicians, but his base is very consistent. The things that the Republicans do better than the Democrats is if they behind you, they're gonna be behind you. The problem with us, and not just the Democrats, but us, is that one, we got to get a joke off, and two, we have a problem with everything that somebody does. Like, we can't just, now I will say there were a lot of people that rallied. It wasn't just black people. It was the black women the first day, it was the black men the next day, it was white men the next day, it was Karens for Kamala. So I think that like they have like kind of woke the base up for people to support her. I just still think it's going to be a tough battle because over there on the other side, Republicans don't care if they like you or not. They're gonna turn up and they're gonna vote for their party. We like I don't know if my brother is on today, but my brother is like, I'm not voting for Chucks and Pearls. I ain't really got a real reason why he ain't voting yet, because when they bring up the thousands of men that she incarcerated, and that's debunked, they don't want to accept that. When they say that she says she's not going to do anything to help black people, they don't want to listen past the 3 seconds of that clip. So those are like, that's the problem. And I'm not saying that we should just vote because somebody is black, or we should just vote for because she's a woman. In this instance, we have to vote against Trump, definitely. But also, it goes beyond this election. If you vote in this election, but you don't vote in your
Primary.
your primary, is it primaries? Your primaries, then you didn't help. You tied their hands, because what happens is the Republicans gonna show up. So that's who ends up holding those positions, Republicans, and it then ties the president's hands. Let me see. Let me hold on. Danny said, "Hey." And I did read Randy's, and he was telling us why he was late. We ain't had no facts for you to check yet, so you fine with your lateness.
You know, my thing about Trump, like I said, like people will have their opinions or whatever like that. You know, my churches are filled with Republican Trump supporters, so it is what it is. I just like when he says MAGA, the whole thing MAGA, make America great again. I just be like trying to figure out, when was America great the first time?
Exactly. That's what I had a video on my page from some Wahite man. I can't remember who it was. It is like somebody famous. But he was saying, he was like, I think the disrespect in that is that when you say make America great again, you disregard the people who America wasn't great for. So, I mean, I ain't voting for Trump. But the whole point is also, not only do you need to vote now, but in 2 years, when your primary elections come up, you have to vote then as well. We lost the pastor. You got anything else, Six?
No, not for that topic, for sure.
Okay, so my T.I. and Tiny question. I think you said you disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Why you disagree?
Because everybody trying to make everything equal, so you should equally pay like I play. Plus, the job market.
Okay, not to dig in your business. Do you and your wife equally pay everything?
No,
because we don't.
Pays some stuff.
Like my husband makes more than me, so he pays for most of the stuff.
Okay.
Are we not gonna die? Okay. You want to hear twice?
Yeah, I'm about to remove him from this one.
I don't know, Andrew. What you think
about what?
I switched to the T.I. and Tiny. He said he don't feel like she should pay all the bills. I said, do you agree or disagree?
He said he don't feel like. Oh, with T.I.
Yeah.
I agree with I disagree. Just like Six did, because for the simple fact, Um, it's like it's the opposite of cutting off a man or whatever like that. When we talk about a woman that doesn't allow her man to be a man or whatever, I think it's the opposite of that because the woman wants to feel like she's putting forth to the situation. She wants to feel like she's contributing or whatever like that. And I mean, there's some women out there that's okay with their men paying for all the bills, but then there's some that don't want that. So my wife is one of them. She wouldn't want me paying all the bills. She wants to contribute.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm one of them ones. I don't mind not paying bills. First of all, I will say I grew up in a household where I had both. When I was very young, my mother did work, but my parents had 4 kids at the time. When they only had 1 child left, my mother didn't work, and my father paid everything because she did not work. It's a difference with T.I. and Tiny because Tiny does work. I don't mind not contributing. Like if you can afford that, by all means, I'm not upset with it. I personally would like to not work. So I would add the value of what's in the house solely. That's it. If I had my way.
Question: you wouldn't be afraid? Not talking about Marlon or whatever like that. Let's scratch him out of the equation. And for this hypothetical, you wouldn't be afraid that if you allowed your man to pay all the bills, that he would like have a kind of control over you, or I hope I'm saying that right.
So I think it's 2 different things. I think one of the reasons I say I don't want to work, but I would work. I'll tell a story that, hey there. I tell a story that I share with people all the time. One day my mother was in the hospital. And when I got to the hospital to visit her, I was like, well, what's going on? And she's like, the doctor said I need to eat. And I was like, well, why aren't you eating? And she's like, we don't have any food in the house. So I looked over at my dad, and my dad was like, we don't have food that she wants to eat. And I was like, I completely understand how you feel. Like, I'm no longer a child. I don't have to depend on y'all to tell me what to eat. I want to pick what I want to eat when I want to eat it. So the thing is, I have a job so that I can make that decision. I don't have to depend on somebody else to allot me the money. So in reality, when I say I don't want to work, I probably would never stop working because I do want to control my money the way I want to. Or I want to be able to go buy food in a snowball. That is it. I don't make too many financial decisions just completely by myself. But what I want to eat in a snowball, I want that to be all on me. The difference with them is that Tiny does work. Now, one thing I always say, my fear is more along the lines of if something happens to you and you can't pay the bills. I always want to be in a position that if he can't do it, I can do it. But we're not just going to be out here without. I need you to know we're not buying a house that if something happened to you, I can't afford to pay. If something happened to me, you can't afford to pay. We're not going out and buying me an Escalade because if I lose my job, he can't pay for both cars. Like, we don't make those type of decisions. The other thing is, to what you said, when you said not Marlon, but hypothetically, I think that's the problem that we have in relationships. I was determined to marry somebody that I felt like I could trust in those situations.
That's a good point. Add to that. Can I put a pin there? And can attack onto that. When you have a man that you trust, and vice versa, when the man has a woman that he can trust or whatever, you don't have to worry about the whole control thing or whatever like that because you have somebody you can trust. So I get that.
Exactly, because that's the problem though. People don't be marrying for I don't want to say the right things because whatever is right for you is right for you.
I dig what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You're trying to say it without being offensive. I get what you're saying.
We end up in situations because I know a couple men who are well off. Yeah, they well off. And they like the woman they married because of how it improved the quality of their life. And I was like, now I hope I'm married, thank God. I hope I don't fall in love with somebody that work at McDonald's, because that is going to diminish the quality of life that we probably have. Because it just, I like to do things that we need money for. But I just think that when it's the whole, like when women be like, if you don't make six figures, I can't be with you. That's why you're lonely. Or that's why you end up with this man who does like control everything and is, my husband said to me yesterday, because I said something of getting something from the store, and I was like, I'll wait. And he was like, you just tell me that you want it, and I'll make sure, to either give it to you to go get it, or I'll get it for you. It's not a situation where I'm ruled by power or fear. But like I said, that was because I was determined not to be in that type of relationship. Any other ones? Any other comment? Oh, he didn't come back?
So, Pastor, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know a while back you said that you follow battle rap.
I do.
How do you feel about, are you on to the Averb and Hitman issue?
No, I'm not. So when I say I follow battle rap, like it's not consistent, like every day or whatever like that. I check in every now and then. I might see a YouTube video here and there, or I might catch something on Facebook. But I'm not. It's not a consistent thing. So I'm not up on the most recent. I didn't know they was having a beef.
Okay. Well, this really goes farther than, so for Latoya's standpoint, this
They both
goes
from St.
farther
Louis,
than
right?
battle rap or somebody just rapping. I mean, do you know who Hitman Holler is?
You talking to me?
Toya.
I don't know, but go ahead and tell me.
You don't know?
No.
So you don't watch Wild 'N Out?
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, he is on.
I watch court cases. I ain't even had a chance to watch a horror movie lately. I'm all court.
Well, I mean, he's been on there for like more than 10 years. It's a Nick Cannon show that comes on MTV.
So, I know the show. Maybe I do know who it is. I just don't know the name then.
Tall guy, bald head from St. Louis. And they always be like, yo, cut the beat. And then he raps. I know you know who Conceited is. That's a short guy who dresses really dope.
Sure, let's just say I know who all these people are.
All right, so long story short, right?
I know the 83 South Boys. That's it.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're really close to each other. So anyways, long story short, these two have been friends for at least 10 years. And
they both from St. Louis, right?
Yeah. Okay. Same clique, like whatever. But anyways, what happened is Averb is friends with this football player. Now, the football player was trying to get Hitman Holler to do a battle for like $200,000. Averb tells the guy, I don't know if he's still messing with whatever it is. So Hitman Holler gets mad and he goes into Spaces and he's like, I ain't been friends with this dude for like 6 years. And he tried to stop money from my family, this and that. Now, mind you, Averb did do some blogs where it was a guy who was talking about him and his family. He did kind of state those things, but long story short, right? Averb definitely was threatening him online. I mean, Hitman Holler was definitely threatening him, right? And mind you, truth in the matter is this guy is over 40 years old, right?
So shouldn't be beefing.
Huh?
So shouldn't be beefing.
Yeah, but this is the difference, right? Hitman Holler is just a little bit younger, but he's still, I roll with a click, we'll kill you, da-da-da-da, we're going to come pull up, da-da-da. And this guy is like older, and he always be by himself, but he rolls with them when he does roll with somebody. So what he ended up doing is he was like, okay, since you want to be that rah-rah guy and you claim you rich and this and that, and you want Wild 'N Out, I'm going to take the opposite approach. So he's like, I'm a civilian. You've never heard me say I'm going to kill anybody. He's threatening me. I feel unsafe. I have to roll with private security now and this and that. And what he did was in these conversations, he at VH1 and at Nick Cannon and all that. So Like, I mean, some things that he said is totally true. He's like, I'm a civilian. I'm a grandfather. I don't want nobody killed. Maybe we can box for sport. But Hitman made the mistake of definitely threatening his life. But you know how people get mad and they just talking? That's what he was doing. Do you feel like this dude, Hitman Holla, should lose everything that he worked hard for a simple heated mistake like that?
So a threat is a big deal.
I was
Or
about to
whatever like
say.
It
that.
is.
I will say, even if you mad or whatever like that, a threat is a big deal. I mean, like, let's just say, we talk about a couple or whatever like that, and one of the sides of the couple goes and sleep with somebody else when they're in their anger or whatever like that. It's still going to be an offense or whatever like that, and it's going to count or whatever. So I'm using that example just to say, like, even if he did it in his anger, he threatened that man or whatever like that. And obviously the threat seemed credible because you just said he got private security and he all like, I'm a civilian, I'm a grandfather. So yeah, I think the charge should be it should be serious because you got to take threats seriously.
I think more so that he's claiming the difference between him and Hitman Holla is he's smart and Hitman Holla is emotional. I don't really feel like this guy really took it as a threat, but he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go the total opposite. And now that you've hurt my feelings and did this, I'm going to take everything away from you. So I necessarily don't really feel like he's a threat, but Hitman Holla said the key trigger words, and it's just like in the office. Some people say when you say things like when you say you use a couple of words like these look toxic and stuff like that and all that, if the right person says the right keywords, no matter how you truly feel, you got to take notice and you're supposed to report it. I don't know how he's going to continue rapping because rapping is more so. I mean, I'm not going to say ignorant, but it's more rah who has the biggest click. But the truth of the matter is that dude is older and it's the truth. So I just think it's a weird situation and there's a lot of weird people in it. But what's going on?
So I don't know any of these people, but what if what's the one who the old man with grandkids?
A Verb.
Yeah.
Who?
A Verb. AY.
But he's not really old. He's
Verb. We 40. That's old. That's too old for this. What happens if he does end up dead or shot and it wasn't taken seriously?
You're right.
So that's why you don't make those type of threats. Like I tell people all the time, we have freedom of speech, but we are not free from consequences.
The other thing is, just to piggyback on what she said, like if that was to take place or whatever like that, and even if Hitman didn't do it, he's a prime suspect, and they definitely going to at least question him from the jump. At least question him. He may be locked up, but he at least going to be questioned.
They be big on trying to use your
lyrics against you.
Your lyrics, your tweets, all of those things. So, I mean, that's a. So did he get fired? He got fired?
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure once corporations start hearing that stuff about you and that you threatening people and stuff like that, they're gonna want to shy away.
Yeah, because that loses business and that loses sponsors.
And the sad part is this guy takes care of his whole family. There's a lot of people eating off of him. You're right.
Stop threatening to kill people then.
What if you're in rapper mode? Now, if you listen to 90%, well, no, I'm going to say 80% of songs in rapper mode, they kill 1 million people.
Then he probably should have just put it in the song that didn't have that man's name. Because it's a threat. It's a threat, and you made it public. You made it for people to see. So
I don't know if my electricity gonna go out at some point because it just started storming like a mug.
Oh, I hope it's not about the rain because I gotta leave. I gotta go outside.
Mhm.
And I don't want to melt. Uh, let me see. I think I had another. You got more questions on that one?
Uh-uh.
I had something that I wanted to. Y'all gotta give me a second. So I really wasn't prepared today, y'all. I almost flaked on
You had
you.
the Wednesday flu?
Huh? As I was just about to say, I almost flaked on y'all.
No, it's all good. It was just, you know what I mean? It's a prompt too. That's why they call it the summer quickie.
Oh yeah, we only got like 15 more minutes anyway.
To get me out there in the rain.
Are you about to go?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I didn't know it was gonna rain here. I hope that's just where you live.
Oh, it's coming.
Let me see. I was trying to pull some stuff from the group.
Oh, I got a question.
Little Eddie got a joke out. Go.
Would you would you be okay if somebody like your wax person kind of put their hand in front of your JJ and took a picture of it and posted it?
Oh, I saw that. I don't know. Like, it's never the thing is, they use it for their promotion and to, like, not just promotion, but to show their craft. So I get the point of it. And the sad thing is, with most things in life, it's not them being perverted. It's not the client being perverted. It's some nasty ass man.
Well, I gotta be a nasty ass man. I seen some girls in the comments saying that thing looked pretty.
I'm sure it does. And they probably gonna be like, I might go to her. But I'm sure it's some nasty ass man that went on the page and said, oh, let me screenshot this and share it with the world.
Really? That's not, I'm asking the question, and people had answers.
They did. And
some people was like, yeah, some people was like, no.
I probably wouldn't.
You would have a problem with it?
No, I probably wouldn't let them do it. But I also don't go to these places. So I don't know. I might feel like, you know what, you did a good job. Go ahead and put that. Because when I get my hair done, when I used to go, the girl who used to do me and my sister hair, and I saw she posted a picture of my sister. I was like, "What, you ain't like the way mine turned out? Why am I not on your page?" When I get my makeup done, I'd be like, "Hey, this is a good beat. Go ahead and post that." So I might get my vagina waxed and be like, "That girl is showing off. Go ahead and post that." My face ain't in it. The chances are, if I have a friend who actually does this for a living, the chances are, if I went to her and let her take a picture, there is nobody that's gonna be like, that's Toya. Now, maybe don't go home to your husband who don't like the idea and be like, look at my vagina on her page.
Will he be able to pick it out?
I don't think that I saw the did you post it in the group?
What'd you say?
Did you post it in the group?
I did.
I wasn't sure if I saw it in the group or just on my page. I don't think anybody can point out who that person is.
Yo, so pause no funny stuff. One time, Shamika, she had took a couple of pictures of things, right, random, right, and she was like, "Which one is mine?"
Ah!
And
did you guess right?
I did. Thank God, because if I guessed wrong, I'll never hit into that.
But was there anything identifying to be able to tell it was her?
No, but I mean, they come in different shapes and sizes, and you got to know what you're seeing.
I'm gonna try that with Marlon. I'm gonna go online and get some pictures and see if
Pastor
can point mine out.
I'm gonna ask you this question. I know you've been in the group, and I know we can't talk about sex for 2 hours. But did you see the picture of the girls? So basically, what happens is the wax artist takes a picture of the girls with JJ, but puts her hand, or whoever's hand over it.
I saw the post.
Would you be upset with Shayna?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hutch, did you see the post?
Yeah.
How do you feel? You be upset?
No, it's like me posting a van. It's advertisement.
Okay.
That's all
Right.
it is.
I agree with her.
You're not seeing the whole situation. You're seeing the work, the hair part, the pubic area. That's all you're seeing. You're not seeing the vagina per se. You're seeing the pubic area.
Would you be upset, Six? Did you freeze? I guess is he frozen? I guess so. So, I missed part of the question that he asked you, Pastor. But so if she gets that service done, I don't know if she does or not. So if they ask to take a picture, she says no.
I apologize first off because I didn't think about it the way he said it, and actually he made a good point or whatever. It's just advertisement, so I agree with that or whatever. I just want them to advertise somebody else's.
But you don't know if it's her. Like there's nobody that can convince me that without me saying something to my, that he would be able to go look at a book or go to somebody's webpage and be like, "That's my wife."
I understand what you're saying,
but still, you don't. But it's fine if you like. No, I don't knock it if you don't want it, but. I'm with her. I'm with her. Even though, like I said, I will probably say no. I will be like, don't put mine out there. But then I said, there's the every other service I get from my hair, nails, makeup. I'd be like, bitch, post me. So there's a strong possibility. If I went to my friend Kristen, I'm gonna be like, hey, do I go on your page? Did I make the cut?
Yeah, they're supposed to ask. Like, I mean, when I went to the barbershop and he wanted to film me getting my beard done, he asked if he can do it first. So they're supposed to ask you. You're supposed to just go out there and just say, oh, let me put all these 10 vaginas on this page and this is my advertisement.
Like, that's how nobody's going, because like typically we want to see your work, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna buy a cake and somebody just like, oh, I make cakes, and you like, okay, for my mother's 75th birthday, I want you to bake a cake, even though I've never seen your work.
Right.
So even though it's a little, if somebody get a boob job, they ask, can we take pictures and use this on our for advertisement? You have the right to say no. I just think it's people who are creepy and take that and sexualize it.
Right.
Porn is free. Go beat off to Pornhub, not an esthetician's page. So that's just my thought. What time is it, Pastor? Hutch, you got anything to say? Sorry. And now we can't hear you.
Say how y'all doing. Hope everybody doing good. It's about to be school time, so you already know what it is with me.
Book y'all transportation before it's too late.
It ain't never too late, but don't stress me out even on the last week of school.
I say it'd be too late because if you book up, then they call the day before school start. Like, I need transportation for my child. I'm like, you didn't know school was starting before? Like, when it ended, you didn't know school was going to start again? Come back around?
I don't need to be stressed like that this year. So other than that, I hope everybody doing good. I hope everybody's summer has been going well. Hope all the kiddies went and did something. Yeah, man. So there's a lot of crazy things going on out here. So I think I just feel like, not to be a Debbie Downer, but it was a shooting in Columbia Mall the other day. So prayers for that family and all the other.
I didn't know.
Yeah, the kids. A couple kids just lost their life over summertime. They won't be going back to school, but for those that will be going back to school, pray for them and their kids. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, well, Pastor, take us out.
So I was watching that episode of Family Matters. It came up on Facebook video, and it was the one that was about where Laura was jealous that her friend had a mother that didn't care what time she came in at night. But on the other hand, Laura had a mother that cared what time she left and what time she came back in. Um, Basically, the topic would be focus on what you do have and not what you don't have.
Mm.
So the scripture from this past weekend, the Sunday in church, was about Jesus feeding the 5,000. And you know, as the story goes, it was about 2 fish and 5 loaves. And so when Jesus told his disciples to go ahead and feed them, he basically was saying they had the 2 fish. They didn't know how they was going to feed all these people, basically. But then the young man walked up and said he had the 2 fish and 5 loaves, and then Jesus took that and he fed all the people with it, and that was the miracle. Everybody knows this miracle. Well, most people know this miracle. But basically, what Jesus was saying, don't worry about what you don't have, but worry about what you do have. So the fact is, they had Jesus Christ. So they needed not worrying about how they was going to take what they had and make a stretch for all of that. All they needed to focus on is what they did have, and what they did have was Jesus. At the end of the Family Matters episode, that's what Laura's friend was basically saying to her. It was like, you're worried about how you're not able to come and go as you want to or whatever. But I would kill to have a mom like yours that actually cared what time I got home. So don't worry about what you don't have. Just be concerned about what you do have.
Amen. I would just like to say, I thought you said Family Guy, and I kept saying, whose name is Laura? Family Guy. I was like, that ain't that girl name. I think it's like, I'm sorry about that.
It's all good.
Beautiful message, though. Well, it is 7:00. Do you know where Usher was?
On the in the drop top.
It's actually 6:59, but it was a tight hour, so we will see y'all next week. Bye.
If you didn't know what he was talking about was pushing T to and fro transportation.
Amen. 443-255-1783. You already know what it is. I'm here for you.
Bye.
We out. Blessings.
He was out quick.